I can't control the world, I can only control myself, most of the time. I actively try to be the exact opposite in my life, attempting to spread good, kindness, and compassion when I can, to help people when able, and to be more positive. I figure it's all I really can do. Even if the world goes to shit, I'd still like to be me and stick by my principles. Never bothered to green text before, so giving it a shot now, probably sucks. Got a story about weird Appalachian witch stuff, or just me being retarded once again, not sure which but probably both. 1/3. Be me, 10 years old. Bumfuck Appalachia. Late summer but hadn't been outside very much lately due to ear issues. Bored and a little depressed. Thinking I can distract myself near the creek behind my house. There's a wild blackberry bush next to the water and I was one of 3 people who knew where it was there. Went over the hill to fuck around in the water and enjoy some of the good food nature was offering. I approached the bush. It's empty. Local woodland inhabitants took what I claimed in my head was mine. More bushes up the hill and in a nearby field, but those are well known by other people and too close to my bush to be ignored by trash animals. Plan was ruined. Or so I thought. Had a brilliant idea. Whole area has blackberries and lots of other wild shit. Hadn't been exploring across the creek to the southwest very much. I can embark on an adventure and find something to eat at the same time. Was in a gifted class for a reason. Make my way across the water. On the other bank was another hill. I had been there before but not far beyond. Too steep to stand. Covered in bushes and massive thorns but nothing edible. Only way southwest was to crawl through it. Was never as big as other kids my age, so squeezing through without too many injuries was easy. At the top, looking down the west side. No berries. Other slope not as steep, an easy walk down into the woods. Dense trees, but still very bright. Felt pretty cozy. I went over half a mile. Still nothing good to forage, just leaves and vines. Consider turning back but distract myself with exploring this part of the woods for the first time. Urge to go home persists. It's nothing. There is no danger, just unfamiliarity. Go further. The experience is quite short but I'll write it the same way I found out. Also, English is not my first language. Be me, 8 years old. My father tells me about a paranormal experience I had in our former house. Basically, he tells me about one time I was taking a bath and allegedly saw my mother and started crying like crazy. My mother is dead, but it was impossible she could have been in the house at the moment. Never had any paranormal experience, so I just assume he made it up. My brother is sitting at the table with us. Known that if it is a joke he wouldn't participate cause he hates my father. MFW, he backed up the story. He says when he came back from the school I was crying in a corner. Don't believe it, why would I freak out because of my mom? The conversation ends there. I forget it. FFW 6 years. I'm 14 years old in the middle of class. Suddenly remembering something. Remember about some friends I used to play with when I was 5 to 11. They lived in the same house in which the doppelganger thing allegedly happened. Remember being scared of the bathroom. Remember avoiding the bathroom or make someone wait for me next to the door. Remember one specific time I was shaking and had tachycardia because of being there. At that time I didn't knew about the supposed experience I had. No explanation for the constant fear I had. Going home after school. My brother is drinking in the garden. Ask him about the story. Again, he confirms it. He adds information. Yeah, you were mad scared after that. You always ask people to go to the bathroom with you, I mean, literally inside the bathroom or you'll start crying. Remember all of that except for the day I saw the ghost in the bathroom. My big brother and father both had paranormal experiences there, my brother mainly. Anyway, it's a weird and rather stupid story, lol. Full ver, apologies for misclick. Be me, 7 years old. Goes to bed, has dream. In the dream I was stuck in my school, the entire school, not a single room. No students, no teachers. The White Witch from Narnia is there though. I'm scared. Find out the White Witch actually wants to collaborate with me. Somehow Hitler has returned and has trapped everyone in the school. After trapping them, he went about killing every single person by himself. Only me and White Witch survive. All we have is a humble paper-cutting knife to protect ourselves. We climb towards the top floor. Hitler is walking around the corridors but hasn't noticed us. He goes into the administrator's room. He was dead before this BTW. We follow him. I think we are done for, so I pin him down and drive the paper-cutting knife into his chest. The feeling is awful. His chest is hard to cut through, but I persist. Hitler doesn't scream, he just coughs and chokes. At last he stops squirming on the floor, and dies. I feel relieved that the threat is exterminated, but I feel guilty and almost ashamed of what I have done. Wake up. Don't tell my mother, she won't let me spend time reading the book about European history in my house. Still wonder if actually killing someone with a knife is like what I experienced. Me, 7 years old. Goes to bed. Dreams. Dream features school but no one is there. No students, no teachers. Out of nowhere pops out the White Witch from Narnia and some other magical creatures, I forget which ones. I think I'm done for, but the witch and her minions want my help. Hitler is lurking in one of the classrooms and is killing everyone. No one can leave the school for some reason. Once again I forget. Go to stationery office, grab knife. Be me as a baby. First known memory of my life. Floating outside a window where everything is yellow and I am looking into the window from the outside, seeing my big brother playing with me on the second floor. Was never even told during any point of my life that we lived in that house. Asked my mother if we did. She said we had. I asked whether she had placed the baby crib by the window. She said yes. After some time find out that my older relatives that lived in the house all claimed it was haunted and that it was scary. It was a very weird house, literally like 8 meters from the ocean. It was the only house that close to the shore. I was told that my mother got a very good deal on renting the house and she never actually met the owners in person, and only talked to them through the phone. A bunch of weird stuff was happening in the house apparently, according to my older relatives. I have no memory of anything other than what I mentioned. But we were poor and it seemed like nobody else wanted to be in the house, hence the good deal. It is no longer a residence today and is owned by a business. Seems like nobody wanted to live there. Me. The infinite divine totality. One day I'm chilling in eternal bliss and think this shit is boring. About it is jpg. Contract the shit out of that Ein solve for the lulz. Big Bang Time.exe. 4 worlds are created and shit. Famine, disease, war and homos run rampant. It's gonna be so cool when I refill the vacuum in a few bazillion years. Me, at grandma's house. Dog. Teasing dog with a treat, trying to get her to do a trick. Hear grandpa say don't tease her anon. Grandpa passed away years ago at that point. Dog stops and looks around, clearly heard it too. I apologized and gave her the treat, but she didn't even want it after that.